bit. What's your point of order, Senator Sifuna?
Mr. Speaker, first let me say that I am personally glad that you are back on that seat as a substantive Speaker of this House, because, and I'm happy with the last thing that you've said about the powers of the Deputy Speaker and members of the Speaker's panel. Because, Mr. Speaker, the person who made it an issue was the person who then was sitting on that seat. We, in fact, made the argument that there cannot be business that is brought before the House that then we are told has to wait for the substantive Speaker. Mr. Speaker, the problem we find ourselves in is that the matter of the communication, and the Hansard will bear me witness, the matter of the communication of the changes in the leadership of the minority side, we were told here that that communication has to wait for the substantive Speaker. And in fact, if you look at the Hansard proceedings of that day, Mr. Speaker, you will remember me asking the question, if indeed a matter as simple as a communication cannot be made by a person other than the substantive Speaker, then really no one else would have the power to transact any other business, because in my view, communications such as the ones you've made about the people who are, or the visitors we had in the gallery, is a matter so simple and straightforward that he doesn't have to wait for the substantive Speaker. Mr. Speaker, having listened to you this afternoon, first of all, I, as a senator elected to this House, I am ashamed of the things that have happened in the past 2 weeks, and I bear that shame together with all the members of this Senate. Mr. Speaker, we came here to discuss substantive matters that affect the people of Kenya. And if we are going to address what the significant difference is between the first session that we had as a House and this particular session, Speaker, we must go to the root cause of all the events of the past 2 weeks. It is not enough for us to be admonished, to be told we are behaving unruly or in conduct that is not in line with the standing of a member of this Senate. We as a House must ask ourselves, and I asked this question last week, what happened to the collegiate nature of the debates that we used to have in this particular House in the first session, Mr. Speaker? And if you were following those proceedings, our position has remained that in fact the Speaker of this House has no role whatsoever in dealing with the matter of a